Hello and welcome to Team Fortress TV. This is Admirable. We got John on the camera as usual. Well, there's an intruder in the building. It's Ryushi from Blackout Gaming TV. What are you doing here on Team Fortress TV, buddy?
Someone abducted me. There was like a black sort of bag on my head, and I woke up and suddenly I'm here.
Standard
I'm not
John
quite sure what's
procedure.
going on.
That creepy guy, John, did he have you in his sex dungeon again?
I really hope not.
John,
There was. I do
stop,
remember
John.
chains.
Wow, you guys can't hear John, but he's just like the ultimate creep. Imagine Jigsaw from the Saw movies. Times 10. Oh, he sends a chill down my spine, but Halloween's coming soon, but before then, we're going to cover this ETF2L Season 16 powered by Blackout Gaming Premiership Week 4 fixture between The Last Resort and Evokate Gaming. Yeah, that's the pronunciation I'm going to work with. They're French, maybe it sounds a bit different. Can you do a French accent, Ryushi?
Evokate gaming, I think, you know? Evokate, whatever you want to say, you know? Mon Dieu.
We're going to be here for Metalworks and Process as it is week 4. And I guess we could talk a little bit about the teams whilst we're here. There's been some new additions, let's say, for TLR, some recent changes to their roster. Basically, Hunter left after being rudely questioned by Heiss if he could do more damage. And then Donut left their scout just for personal reasons, some sort of real life commitment he has, and that seems to be totally unrelated to the Hunter incident. But Hunter leaving, I don't think it's going to make any big difference, positive or negative, but losing Donut, he's been like a core member of the TLR roster for a long time. I think that could be a big deal. Then on the Evokate side, we've got the team that came into ETF2L Season 16's waiting list, simply called Sorry Team, in a tribute to Stefan, I think, from that delightful video where he apologises to his team after everybody's left the server. But they are some sort of spiritual successor to Punchline and Pyrogen, those Premiership French teams. We got a little bit of a mix of players. So you're going to have K3 on Medic, with T-Mac actually playing Pocket, I believe, and Tech on Roamer. He might be sniping a little bit too. Then you're going to have the classic Plapla Flippy Scout duo, and X on the quintessential French Rager on Demo Man. And I think it's like a time bomb, Ryushi. How long is it going to be before Exxon explodes?
It really depends on how much Evil Moon can dodge him, because I think there's a bit of precedence in that Evil Moon is pretty good at dodging Exxon.
Yeah, I read some comment today.
Yeah, I saw that. I have no idea what it's talking about, but I'm taking it that Exxon could get really mad at Evil Moon, which I am excited to see. Like, mad French people.
Yeah, Exxon has a bit of a reputation as a raging kid. I've never played with him, and I don't speak French, so I can't really comment on that, but I know that was one of the reasons why Captain Hax was reluctant to join the roster originally. Now he seems to be on there as well, and they've got Luzu also making up the roster on ETF2 at least. I'm not sure if either of those players will be here tonight.
I think Luzu moved to Canada, so I highly doubt he'll play.
That's the confusing thing. He was filling up somebody else's roster during the sort of pre-season period once sign-ups were announced to get some team into the admins, meet the criteria of having 6 on the roster, but it's a little bit weird. Anyway, on the TLR side, the replacements, as I understand it, are Rake and Sparry, but I can't tell if that is Sparry or not because they're calling themselves TLR and then a series of horizontal slashes or eyes. I don't know, which character is that?
That's like the line, isn't it?
Yeah.
The line. We should call him line.
Oh wow. He's got
It's
really low
not
ping though.
Sparry.
It couldn't be Sparry.
Not
Is
Sparry.
Is it Cyber?
I
Who
have
could it
no
be?
idea.
There's ETFTL rules here about who is or what the nicknames are in the Premiership. I'm not starting until I check the ETFTL forums. Please fill time here, Ryushi. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Desperately trying to find out who it is. I'm already on ETF2L. It is not Cyber because he's actually called Cyber. It is Traxantic. Track
No
Santic?
way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes way.
Have you checked
Definitely
his Steam
is.
ID?
Yes. I've literally gone through
Track Santic.
ETF2L and found his thing. It is
Track
Track
Santic's
Santic.
back from the grave.
I thought he'd actually died. I mean, what? He hasn't played for 3-4 seasons?
This
Back
is
when the original... if you don't know who he was the original TLR Roma, and they had Cyber on Pocket. It worked, didn't it? Admirable, you were around long before me. This is all just from memory.
He's the roamer, yeah. He's the guy with the crazy twitch aim that originally when he came onto the scene, people were wondering, like, his aim is so erratic. Is this some sort of artificially assisted aim? It's just like super twitchy. He hits some amazing shots. He plays on a very high sensitivity or something. And he didn't make it back into the TLR roster whenever they reformed here in the off season. But here he is now, just in the nick of time, because I was talking to Heiss yesterday, and he was basically saying that they couldn't find a straight up pocket. He tried playing pocket with Sparry, the Israeli, on Demo Man, and I was saying you could try it the other way around, whatever. But this is interesting. They got Track Santic, an old face, in here at short notice, and we are going to go live here for this ETF2L Season 16 powered by Blackout Gaming Premiership Week 4 fixture between the Last Resort and Evokate Gaming. We're going to go to the first middle here, and I'm watching Exxon. Ooh, he clips the little doorway free in there, but he is into middle in a reasonable time. His health is moderate, but he's not managed to pick up onto the high ground. There comes pressure in from Plapla and Flippy onto Rake. Tech jumps into the lobby. He's going to pick up Heist, Calho, and T-Mike comes in to take down Track Santic. Wow, TLR just got absolutely wiped there, Ryushi.
Yeah, Flippy and Plapla picking up, I think, 2 kills each there, and an assist each, so, they're really sort of working that scout pair that they've got going on. I've heard they're actually in a relationship, if the I-49 video is anything to go by. So, of course, they're going to roll forward and take this second point, build with the scout, and get that Uber up nice and fast, because, of course, K3 does have huge advantage, and then they're just going to Uber straight into last, and be a pretty straightforward push. Only off-class at the moment coming out of TLR is going to be that heavy, which is Rake. They haven't actually buffed him up yet. Here it comes, the Uber coming straight out of main, though. Playing for that point, trying to focus down that heavy, and he's going to get absolutely destroyed. Exxon taking that kill, but Plapla and Flippy both going down, so without any scouts it's going to be really hard to get that fast cap on the point. Exxon down as well, but they're cleaning him up. The soldiers doing so much work, but K3's down, there's no heals. T-Mac gets taken down, and Tech on 27 health, not going to be able to do anything except take down Evil Moon at the last second. Track Santic and Colourful Fun managed to get to the last second point and start that capping. Being in fact confused about that rocket somehow taking him down.
Just slipped it in round the corner there, and it was an interesting decision from the French medic K3, or perhaps his teammates, to all go through that door. He had to flash like 3-4 people, both scouts, a soldier, and then a demo man as well. And even though they were all able to get in and right on top of those TLR players, they were only really able to get that one frag onto the heavy. He did a great job at tanking. TLR have pushed out off the back of that and capped CP2, but now they find it being retaken here without much of a fight at all.
Yeah, well, of course, Colourful Fun did going out, and of course he is sort of the aggressive scout, the huge DM play scout coming out of TLR, so without him they don't really want to push off, because they know that they'll be able to sort of sit on the flanks and just come in and clean up. But there is going to be a pause here, so... Oh no, it says Source TV reconnecting. Does that mean we've crashed? John's messed something up.
No, it's nothing to do with John. This is a vanilla TV relay we're using, so maybe it's gone down here.
VTV are supposed to be casting tonight, so they've probably just reconnected it to their own.
No, I don't think so. The game server shut down. The STV's still up. It's trying to reconnect. I think we'll probably hear something from the teams. Right now, John just actually saying that the game server shut down there, even though everybody else can't hear him. But we'll wait quietly and patiently for something to happen. Maybe we can get in touch with some of the players here, but so far, what was there played? Like 3 minutes, 2 minutes? What have we learned about these teams thus far?
Track Santic doesn't seem to have missed shot yet. Except on mid, where he missed everything. He's still got it, yeah. Has he been playing much? I don't know. I mean, let me have... He's offline and has been offline for 3 days. So he has played 45.1 hours this past 2 weeks, so he could still be playing TF2, just not as Prem.
Then, of course, just throw it out here. It could be someone else using Traxantic's account. Dun 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 dun.
Definitely could be. If the server shut down, wouldn't it have just finally uploaded those logs?
Oh, I think it just crashed or something. Who knows? But the word from John via Exxon is that server shutting down. I think there's someone who's playing with the Archon. Someone killed the game. That's the latest theory here, coming out of France. Those crazy baguettes. How about, John, we'll just take an interlude right here until we find out what exactly is happening. Play me some pumping tunes, get the crowd hyped on Twitch chat, and we'll come back.
The server has seemed to have gone up again, and they are rejoining the server. Oh, okay, someone's attacking them, apparently Source TV chat, although that may or may not be true, I don't know. But that's what Source TV chat is saying. They are rejoining, so maybe the server was getting DDoSed. This is just conjecture, don't take my word for it. I'm
so confused right now. John, are we still on the air?
Okay, cool.
He says yes. I'm going to rejoin the relay. I'm just going to see what's happening. Are you on the relay? Are you in the game, Ryushi?
It's changing level now, apparently, because it did, of course, reload to Badlands. So hopefully they're changing it back to Metalworks, and they might replay the first round, I don't know. It's not like there was an actual score, so I don't know what they'll do.
If it was me, I would just say, yeah, fuck it, restart.
I mean, it was, what, a minute and a half? It's not, oh, maybe a bit longer than that, 2 minutes. It's not long, I think they should just restart it.
But you know, if it was like Ips, he would probably say, no, recreate this situation exactly. We were pushing your last. We had a 5% Uber advantage. He's ruthless. All Germans are. That's why Swedes hate them.
Yes.
In reference to the Nations Cup final, you know?
See that debacle.
I'm in the relay. John, are you in the relay? There's nobody here. It's just me and Ryushi flying around. Ghost racing.
Definitely.
I like to fly around in the STV. You know, you get real low to the ground, man, and it gives you like a real sense of speed.
Like the windows.
Little
I just
mouse.
like windows.
Windows?
They look nice.
What windows are these?
Lights coming out of them, and yet there's nothing behind them. It's magic.
On middle?
Yeah. Big yellow ones. Like,
yeah.
How are their windows? There's nothing there.
And on the other side, they're black. This is bizarre.
Like that.
Maybe they're painted gold on one side and black on the other. Is there actual light coming out of them on yours?
It's kind of like they're kind of shiny. I wouldn't say there was actual light coming out like the lights, but they're definitely shiny. I just, you know, like windows.
Do you think Blue and Red employ the same window cleaning service?
Well, they probably do, but I don't understand why have like gold painted windows in like a metalworks factory. Seems kind of counterproductive.
It's coated in metal dust from the metal production.
Maybe that may make sense.
You idiot!
God, yeah, I feel so stupid.
Oh, we're on to another middle here. It looks like Tech's gonna roll out a spy. No. We're just waiting for the game to restart here. If you have just joined us, this is Team Fortress TV's coverage of ETF2L Season 16, powered by Blackout Gaming. It's the Premiership. It's week 4. It's the last resort against Evokate Gaming.
Evokate Gaming.
We're Metalworks Map 1. We had a little bit of a false start there. We're not entirely sure if the teams will just replay from the beginning or will Evokate demand that they get middle and 4 for free. Exxon is asking. Evil Moon saying Exxon let some sort of Russian swear word, right? Already finished. Evil Moon's trying to make Exxon mad. Yeah, but what of it?
I think Finnish people get really mad if you call them Russian.
I wasn't calling him Russian. I'm saying that word is Russian. Tell me, Twitch chat. I
don't speak other languages. I'm English. I should just expect everyone to speak my language.
But what about Evokate? Beautiful French right there.
I can do the accent, but I cannot, how you say, speak the language, you know? Yeah. Then I get really racist and start talking about baguettes and aimbots.
Engast is confused by the whole thing.
They
He
have
wants
actually
people.
gone live. Just no, tab back in. Admirable.
No, I'm reading the Twitch chat here. Forget about this.
Oh.
Are they gonna let them?
Hiss is
calling
standing
for
at
a
last. Hiss is not rolling out. Yeah. They're letting him just have this middle and then defend.
Are they calling for a restart round? Are they actually gonna restart the round, or are they just gonna let them cap? I'm so confused. Let's see what the Rocket guys, the Evokate.
The Frenchies are all at like last. They're not.
Those French fucks, they're not doing anything either.
Ugh.
Time has been added.
Oh, middle's been capped by TLR.
This is not how it works. They're gonna restart? I don't understand.
Alert. The control point.
Let's just leave silence here to convey how dumbfounded we are by this situation. I thought it was TLR who were holding last.
Yeah.
Calio, he's gonna cap.
I think
going
they
for
must
it.
be restarting.
He's
Surely.
going for it. Rick picks up 2 onto last. He's not going for the point though. I'm so confused. Rick with the
There we go,
3k right now.
Now
Oh.
they've restarted. I think.
Team
One of them
action
both started.
Alright. Start a sweepstake here. How long is it going to be before this game mysteriously crashes again? Someone with the Archon.
I think 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Go for the short
wow.
time.
So it is going to be a full restart, I guess. Both teams are rolling out to middle. Some sportsmanship shown here by the Frenchies. And Heist with the high rollout there comes in on the high ground. Exxon came low but finds himself sticky out into the valley here. He's just trying to spam pipes up fairly aimlessly, but it's Kyler and Heist who pick up the first frags onto Tech and Pla. Now the Frenchies are trying to decide what to do. They're making a beeline for that exit, but they're just going to get swarmed down by Kyler, who picks up another 2. Gets K3 and Eggs on there. And it looks like Evokate have just had the wind taken out of their sails by this restart.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of damage Hiss put out on that mid was ridiculous. Heist. And then his scouts were just cleaning up. Whereas before, the first sort of semi-official round, he got taken down immediately, whereas down this time. So I think that's really helped them out. And of course, they're now capturing that second point. Although everyone sort of seems to be standing around again. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think they're actually playing though this time. They're actually looking forward to pushing this because they are building at last point with the scout. K3 stood behind. There's a sentry I just heard. Yeah, that's up on that sort of left side of.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah, how the. Wait, he jumped on top of the thing, didn't he? Yeah.
Flippy is like a total engineer nerd. He is the master of the sentry off class. Probably because he dies so much as Skype, but the sentry's been spotted. Wow. Ineffective to hold from that position, it seems. Here comes the Uber charge. K3's going to get his in time as Evil Moons is just about to fade. K3 pops off the counter Uber. There's at least one frag they can chase down here. But no, it looks like Calio's going to survive and escape, and nobody managed to get a frag there on the Evokate side. A little disappointing for them, but it's going to just allow things to settle. Will we see a dry push here from the last resort? Will they try and go in without Uber, try and get some picks, or are they just going to sit back? Looks like they're going to sit back and try and outbuild the Frenchmen. They're already got a 12% advantage there, according to my beautiful medic information HUD from Blue. I wouldn't have been able to work that out on my own.
They are rather far away though. They're holding right back.
Double
on second.
soldier bomb.
That's just trying to pop that Uber out or kill K3, but it doesn't quite manage to do it. Rate goes in as well, and that leaves them 3 down, with K3 having 96%. They definitely wanting to push out here. They're going straight in that, but there's the Ubered scout coming in. Not actually popping the Uber yet, just holding him off. Demo coming in as well. His Heist trying to put out as much damage as possible and stop Exxon from coming in. Exxon takes a pipe. Exxon getting pretty low there, but Plapa actually killing Kyler for fun. Wow, these names hard to pronounce.
They forced that charge onto Evilmoon, and K3 was just ballsy, walked straight out of there, didn't pop, and they've managed to engineer themselves a very significant advantage. They're going to wait for their scout Pla to respawn, but now they will have an opportunity to drop the hammer here and try and crush the last resort. They're already pushing through. He's looking for that overcharge. He knows Heist has got sticky, so Heist is going to use the sticky to jump out. But he's being chased down here by Exxon. He goes straight in there, realizes there's no targets for him to take down, and then backs up. But look at the soldier bomb. Two French players coming onto the point. Sorry, two TLR players as Traxantic jumps up, and then Kyler for fun whips out the spy revolver to finish off K3. Little help there from Traxantic with his bomb, but set him up for the big revolver frag. A little unexpected, I think.
I wasn't expecting it this early on in the game, I'll tell you that now. Spies are normally a late game play that you need when you need to make a play, not first round. They're just going to be sat back on mid. Evil Moon, of course, 100% advantage, so he's, you know, they can definitely defend this, and then as soon as they get like an entry frag or something, they should just push. Although they might try to push now, they're moving over into this valley area here. Maybe go underneath, jump up, but it looks like they've been spotted, so that's not really the best push to do, but they're still going to carry on with it and try and put some damage down onto K3, who is already sort of backing out, so it's unlikely that they're going to be able to get him at all.
Oh,
they lose
the frag onto Calio, and Heist caught a blind pipe there as well, lost his buff now. Taking the heals from his medic. A little bit of pressure there from the TLR scouts just to keep the Frenchmen back in case they're thinking twice about this. Oh, there's the Uber popped off though.
Flippy just runs straight in. Runs straight in and pops off that Uber, but of course it does set back K3 to 70% advantage or something, and then they can just push straight out as soon as Flippy gets back up in 8 seconds time. It's going to be... should be a solid push. They look like they're coming out of main. Maybe looking to go this left side out onto across the bridge, perhaps.
They're not paying attention. Though. They didn't check that hiding spot. Kyler is hiding on the left. He's going to go for the back cap. Kyler uncontested here, straight. He's been spotted actually by a soldier. It's all up to Tech here to hold him off, and he does. Flippy with the assist there, and they will be able to hold on to that. And speaking of holding on, K3 still has his overcharge. Evilman's only at 66%, but he has just left the building altogether. There's still a few TLR players here around CP4. There's Rake going to find a rocket from T-Mac. And Traxantic is positioned in the valley right now. He's going to back off and try and regroup with his team's combo there. The last resort. Shoring up the defenses on middle here, Ryushi.
Yeah, it's in fact dropping T-Mac just as he comes through the lower doorway. And both Ubers get popped off in the valley area, but the French are just using theirs to retreat. Leaving Blah Blah behind, who's lagging slightly. They lose Tech somewhere on the flanks and Plarplar as well, so that's going to be losing 4 players in fact, and they're going to have to back all the way back up to last and see if they can make it, because I'm hearing needles somewhere. I don't know if that's someone getting onto Evil Moon or K3. It's Exxon behind, and he gets shut down really, really easily, and that's going to be a second point cap for TLR, and then probably rushing into that last point as well, because of course with no demo up, that's what, 20 seconds without any sticks, which is going to be really helpful.
Exxon still dead. That allows TLR to walk in for free, but they found a fully spinning minigun. It's Flippy putting down big hurt here. He's going to pick up a frag onto Kyler, Pla onto Calho. But there's Heist putting up sick damage onto all those players surrounding the point, and TLR will manage to muscle their way in there and convert that into the first round here, as 6 minutes have been played of this 30-minute map. It's Metalworks. You've just joined us as Team Fortress TV with Admirable, Ryushi and Jon on the camera. I'm going to watch Exxon as he comes into this middle. He's going to go top this time, didn't go bottom. And Heist's first sticky is in the wrong area. Exxon's just putting stickies all around the map, trying to control that bit of space. Pla and Flippy straight onto Heist there. He didn't seem to have any cover at all from his scouts. And Flippy onto Rake as well, just getting strong armed here. The French scouts flexing their muscles on this middle point. Calio gets separated behind, he will go down. And that was pretty successful right there from Evokate. They're going to push ahead to find Kyler just building furiously with Evilman. If they push straight in, they might be able to get him, but they're going to just... No, they are going to go for it. Oh, Heist gets caught off guard, thinks he has to save his medic, and he's gone down, allowing Exxon to just walk in and force Evilman. This is like car crash situation here for the last resort. The round is surely about to be equalised. There's a heavy weapons guy popping out now, but he's been spotted on the left hand side. He gets focused down instantly. And Ryushi, that's going to be 1-1 there.
Yeah. Really, really fast round. I didn't even say anything for it.
just got carried away. Just jump in there, man.
I told you, shut down Heist really early at mid, and you know, easy last point. Heist putting out so much damage on these middles. Going out once again. I think he's going to go top. Yeah. No, he's going bottom. Coming out bottom, putting a sticky up on that choke, trying to stop. But of course, so much damage coming out of Exxon right now. He's hitting those sticks perfectly, stopping Heist from walking out, and that's going to be a lot of damage on Tim. He finds his medic, and he's going to start getting his buffs. But a lot of damage coming out of the French players right now. Solly's jumping in, but K3 and Flippy going down to a stray pipe, one-on-one. Tech down as well. TLR, Traxantic and Heist down, but the Frenchies are just dying one by one, and Exxon the only one up, and he's going to have to retreat. On 120 health, getting chased by a scout right now. He tries to pipe him, but Rake just walks in and just the shots coming straight out of him, and that's going to be a full wipe for the French team as that second point getting nicely capped there.
It's a strange middle. It seemed like Exxon was quite able to zone out TLR for the first few seconds, but his stickies didn't really do any damage. They were just a threat. And then the French all just jumped onto the TLR side, which were all pretty much fully buffed. Probably just a little bit overeager. If they just tried to like walk forward, control the point rather than go in for the damage and the frags, they might have been able to use their position just to force TLR out, but they put themselves into a little bit of a bad spot by jumping down to their level. And now they're holding on for dear life. At last they got that sentry gun up. Will it be enough? He's changed the position this time though.
It's level 2 as well, so that's going to be even bigger for them. But the Uber comes in straight out of that right side, the heavy denying all the jumping. But it doesn't matter, there's Uber soldiers, they're not actually taking any damage. And there's going to be a lot coming out, and his Heist is the first frag. Sentry gun not really doing anything as it gets taken down. Calho down as well. Exxon's pipes flying huge and coming out there. In fact, Traxantic on 4 health as well. Just a stray pipe and he goes down. But no, he doesn't, he's still alive somehow. Flippy goes in fact down on the flanks as well, and that's not going to be helpful as this second point gets jumped in, and T-Mac with the huge air shot onto Traxantic as he jumps up, and that's going to be really, really nice as they push straight through choke, I think. No, maybe? I don't know. They're going somewhere. Yeah, it looks like they're going choke. Even though there's a sticky trap on there, and Heist does get tech.
Oh, good minesweeping there from Tech, but look at the position of Evokate combo. They're already through here. Uber gets popped off as Calho spams rockets from on high. T-Mac's going to jump in and then realise that it's just a bridge too far there to chase that one. Exxon doesn't realise though. He goes in, he's going to die. Meanwhile, Plapla lost the duel to Rake, but Flippy did avenge him. But it seems for sure that the Frenchmen should retreat, as they're so inclined to do. Those cheese-eating surrender monkeys.
Yeah, and once again, Heist getting really aggressive through the choke, and in fact, he gets his Uber forced because of the amount of damage he took. Evil Moon did not want to drop him Flippy down as well, and T-Mac getting caught out there. K3 just trying to run as fast as he can with that 50% advantage, and it was a nice force, but you know they lose the second point without taking any players, and they could still push in, especially as Tech, Flippy, and T-Mac are all down, and that's a 6v3, even though K3 has Uber advantage.
Tech going in for the force there, but totally denied. Bomb in there from Calho, gets the frag onto Flippy on the flank there, but the point is already capped, 2-1.
Calho for fun, just playing the objective gameplay there, and just standing straight on the point while ignoring what his teammates are doing. Probably calling for help, but no, it doesn't matter because he gets that round, and that's going to make it 2-1 to TLR, and we go to our 4th middle in this game. Hiss once again getting a pretty much standard rollout, and he's going lower this time, so he's going to take a book out of Exxon's tries to put the spam down. He's going really, really low, but once again finds his medic, and he's going to get that buff. Frenchie's trying to control the top of the point. Tech jumps in, takes down Heist, Rake down as well. T-Mac getting some nice frags, and TLR just going to have to retreat here. They lose 3 really, really quickly, and they're just going to have to retreat all the way back to second. They've only got a soldier and a scout. Calho just going to try and build that Uber a little bit so that Evil Moon can try and stay alive, and Exxon jumps in really, really aggressively, followed by T-Mac. And he gets taken down, but Calho is the return frag, and they keep pushing them. This scout trying to get onto K3, in fact, almost so close to killing him, but the bottle frag coming out of Exxon right there, and they're sat in this lobby area just looking to push onto last with this Uber. In fact, K3 popping that Uber just to save from Heist's sticky trap, but the counter Uber gets played, trying to play the point game, but not right now. They've all just retreated, except from this one scout, which I think is Flippy. He goes down, but that wasted Uber coming out of TLR, just allowing the Frenchies to just, you know, build, and heavy coming out of them as well.
I think Evokate made the best of a bad situation there. They got sort of forced off in the lobby. Had to flash a lot of players in, but did manage to get that Uber out. But now they find themselves a man down, and they don't look confident here holding with a heavy. Actually, the combo of K3, oh, he's actually hooking up with the scouts right now. They're all the way back in lobby, and there's no real position here for the French on this CP2. T-Mac did pick up a frag onto Rake, who did kill Exxon, but both of those players will be respawning momentarily. It's actually a slight advantage here for Evilman. Looks like they want to push as well. If he just pops here, ooh, K3's going to get it as well. It's going to be Uber versus Uber, but they have sent Tech in today. He did not get any Uber charge, And in fact, there is the pop from K3 onto the heavy weapons guy of T-Mac. It's a single Uber though for both medics, and Evilmoon popped later, so he's going to be able to milk this one a little bit. T-Mac just baits them and then hops out on the explosive damage, but he's pretty weak here for a heavy, down to less than 100. There's
Papa comes in from behind. Gets Evilmoon, and that's going to be, he gets shut down by Kyler for fun in the sort of valley area, but that's going to be the medic down, and K3 happy to sit on that 50% advantage with that heavy. Heist going down as well. That's going to be the push. They need to get ready with this. T-Mac actually running that heavy strat, which I think we saw a couple of days ago, Admirable, over on the Blackout Gaming stream. Which game was that? It was a Div 1 game.
Oh yeah, that was Natural from Lego, rocking that heavy weapons guy on pretty much every point except the mid-fight. He would bring out the heavy, and it does seem quite powerful here on Metalworks thus far, at least. Saints had a lot of trouble dealing with it, as I remember, but as it stands here, Evilmoon sitting with a little bit of an Uber advantage. K3 has a respawn, but he's yet to start building that charge up. Now he will hook up here with a scout. We got the Boston Basher. I'm gonna do some self-harm here. Kids, if you're listening to this at home, don't hurt yourself. Don't cut yourself. These guys are trained professionals. Flippy knows what he's doing with that spiky bat.
Yeah, I mean, you know, TL are actually trying to push out here, but it's still against the heavy, and that's going to completely waste their Uber. But Frenchie's content to just retreat. They take down Kyler for fun. Flippy and Plapla are actually trying to get in and not going to be able to do anything. Flippy going down as well on the flank, the Traxantic, and the demo coming in out of Exxon as well. He's trying to put the damage down, but he goes down as well. It's now only going to be T-Mac and K3 as Tech gets shut down, and that was just, I'm not expecting that to happen, to be honest. They could have just, you know, let them push into the heavy, but they didn't. They ran the heavy back and then soloed their players in, and that just did not seem to work at all.
Yeah, Tech got behind, but didn't seem to be able to get much done. He did at least draw their attention back. Oh, there's the Uber save from K3 onto T-Mac there. His heavy weapons guy was down from 450 to 100 to pop off to save him. Heavy's so immobile, it's very easy to put in a lot of damage on him in a short period of time, but he also puts out a lot of damage, and that was enough to force back a lot of those TLR players. Calho about to respawn in 1 second. Plapla still another 5 seconds in the spawn queue here. Will TLR push? I think so. They've got that charge, they're ready to go. No sticks here up top either. Heist is going to check for them anyway, but they can be fairly comfortable. Oh yeah, they actually beat out the bomb in from Tech. Tech thought they were about to walk through that door. He bombed in just a fraction of a second early, and this is great composure here from the last resort as they just walk into middle without popping off their charge. They have managed to lose Heist though. Flippy comes forward and gets the Demo Man frag, and that might pay dividends as this little push just prolongs and drags out, maybe long enough for K3 to get over. No, Scout comes in, and K3's too far forward. His position was actually in front of his pocket players. Kyler for fun with the great read runs in there, gets the scatter frag onto K3, then the 3-rune blade frag. Calho's going to come in and follow up the damage of his fellow Portugueser, and looks like the last resort will come out on top here. Only Tech remains alive, and he's going to get taken out by Kyler. What was that, like a 4k for Kyler? 3k?
A lot. I'm going to go with a lot. They're quite happy to just content to just cap that second. I think Evilmoon did go down there. I'm not quite sure who to, but he's up as well, so no real Uber advantage. And once again, they're bringing that heavy out. Flippy this time, so it's not going to be T-Mac. They're going to lose that heavy pocket and keep the pocket soldier. They're just going to be defending last with this. Probably going to switch off as soon as they push out, so it's not going to be like a constant heavy like we were watching a couple of days ago. It's going to actually just be a situational heavy, which I think is probably better because they didn't seem to be using it right, and maybe this will be better for them, but they're going to be defending last. Put some stick traps up, and Heist trying to get aggressive onto that main door, see if he can get anything out there, but no one's peeking. They're all just content to sit at the back and just watch Exxon sticky traps. Yeah,
that last resort can of course play the clock. This is Europe, we play to a strict time limit, and 12 minutes the map will end or else go to a golden cap. So TLR, they're in the lead right now, they can just run that. And there's Uber in on Heist. It's going to be a single Uber onto Heist, giving him the full 8 seconds to get in and out. And he will get out, but he actually managed to pick up a frag onto Tech Traxantic. And Kyler busting open the flanks. They're finding Plapla and Exxon, and a little bit of a lack of control there, I feel, from Evokate. Now they're all grouped up here. The damage is just multiplying into that cluster of red players. And look at those Gibbs raining all over the point.
Nice. putting those huge air shots on his last. That brings it to 3-1 on the Metalworks, and we've still got 11.5 minutes left. So I mean, it's still up in the air. Anyone could still win this, but TLR looking really, really strong at the moment as they roll out onto this fifth middle here. Heist putting out the pretty standard rollout. Just going to go. Where's he going to go? I don't know. I'm not going to watch Heist actually. I'm going to watch Exxon because I haven't watched Exxon yet. He's going to take. Chop and gets there a lot faster than Heist, putting out a lot of damage onto him. Heist taking quite a lot of damage there. And the Solly jumps in once again. Tech finding Heist and getting shut down for his troubles, but with no demo, and they're all stuck in that flank area. It's going to be really, really hard for TLR to actually do anything. Traxantic goes down on the flanks, and that's going to be that. Back up to second and just be ready to defend.
It could have been a lot worse for the last resort. Just at that moment that Tech jumped in, if his teammates had followed up and just smashed all those TLR players down as they were looking behind, it could have been a wipe, but they hesitated for a second. Now they're in on to CP4 and have traded Ubers. They managed to pick up frags, a piece T-Mac onto Rake and Calho onto Flippy, but it's getting a little bit scrappy here as teams try to reposition themselves, find the medic, get the heals. Look at the position of Kyler here, he's just waiting for the medic to pop right, and Kyler's patience is going to pick up a frag for him and 2 for Calho, as well as Heist onto K3 there, the all-important medic frag, and oh, that just was painful to watch there for Evokate Gaming.
Yes, a strange Uber coming out of K3. I think he Ubered a scout in who then fell off and left K3 completely alone in his choke. Eventually finding Exxon, but that was after the Uber had faded and Exxon got completely shut out and stuck on that second point and not able to retreat, where Kylo was quite happy to just air meat shot him.
Yeah, he was just chilling there. Nobody realised. There was so much gunfire and explosions happening that they didn't realise Kyler was literally standing a few feet away from them through the wall as the crows flies.
I'm pretty sure just standing sort of next to that Castle Shafting Company sign that I can see there. You can actually see through that wall with the shadows. So I don't know if they just weren't looking.
Oh, Flippy with the headshot onto Evilman. That's going to turn things on a dime and bring the Frenchmen back into this game. Just as quick as that. Now they take down Rake as well. Evilman will respawn in a few seconds, but there's going to be no heals here for these players on middle for this next engage. Looks like Exxon has spotted out the hidden Traxantic. Maybe he saw shadows. He's going to take him down, and Heist Debts his stick. He's been in. It's a free entrance, but there's Heist onto Exxon. Managed to pick up that frag, but traded himself and got the Uber forced out. But right now, Evilmoon isn't really building. He's only just started. It's going to be neck and neck in terms of Uber charge. Looks like the French want to push forward and try and get the spawn cam on here. Are they aware? Have they played this map enough to know that the spawn door is there on the left?
Traxantic air-shotting T-Mac, and Rake going to finish up on his damage there. Not going to be enough as, well, Heist going down as well. He gets shut down, although Rake and Kylo for fun coming in, getting those frags out, but Rake going down, Plapla going down, and Flippy once again getting that snipe onto Evilmoon. Evilmoon not having a good 2 minutes. K3 taking down Calho as well. Those beautiful crossbow shots, and now it's Flippy versus that scout. Kylo for fun. Is he going to be able to survive? No, Flippy body shots him down. There's a soldier coming in to defend, but it's going to be Traxantic, and he sees what's there. That sniper who headshots him down to 8 health. And Traxantic just pretty content to run away and back to his medic, back to the loving arms of his medic, and that's going to be that second point capped with the Frenchies pushing into last. Still, Flippy still on that sniper, top scoring for his team. And let's see if he can get another shot onto Evilmoon.
He's got a shot onto Heist here, pops the shot off onto Soldier. He doesn't realise Heist was just a few feet away from him to the right, but doesn't get that one. Here comes the Uber. Oh, that Soldier T-Mac was airborne and un-Ubered for a second there, taking serious damage from the minigun of that heavy weapons guy, but it looks like, uh-oh, I don't want to call it too soon, I'm about to say it looks like the French have managed to do a successful push on to last, and they have. Evilmoon and Traxantic last today on the point. They're throwing their bodies on the line for their team, but it just wasn't enough for Ryushi.
No, I mean, I was watching Flippy's point of view, and he actually did nothing that entire last push, so it was all down to the Uber and all down to Exxon and Plapla, I think. We're just going to be running up to this last middle here. Oh, not last middle, sorry. Still 7 minutes left, what am I talking about? And Exxon taking that choke rollout. He's going to get the early sticks onto Hiss, zones him out and keeps him in the lobby. And he's just completely stuck. There's not a lot he can do. He has to walk over into the flank area. And in fact, he jumps in. Hiss getting airshot and having to back out on 66 health. A little bit of lag there, but Plapla is going to be our first frag of this middle. And the French actually getting zoned out into the choke area now and having to back out. but it looks like Tech's got behind. Is he going to be able to make that big jump onto the TLR players? No, he gets shut down by Rake and Traxanic. There. Flippy down as well, I'm just going to ignore that. And TLR content to push an easy middle for them, not actually losing any players.
Yeah, it was a strange one there. Maybe talk about it after these Ubers get exchanged. It looks like Exxon is going to have to be saved here by K3. No, K3 holds on to it. Actually, Exxon manages to surf away, but K3 finds himself all alone. He's trying to decide, who will I hail here, who will I Uber? And TLR did not commit to that to get the fourth. They're 2 players down. And really, this is potentially a slam dunk here for Evokate as they move forward with a big advantage and a man advantage.
Bring that back to 3-3, but go, do regale us of your tales of how you thought that mid was strange, because I thought it was pretty strange as well. But
Exxon walked forward and he put down like 8 stickies, literally all the stickies on that one doorway, when he could have just, you know, controlled it with 2 or 3 and tried to do damage elsewhere. Immediately spammed out all his pipes, and at that moment, whenever he was in his reloading pattern, that's when TLR started to get a hold on the middle. But
K3 chasing down Kyler for fun with the Uber sword, doesn't actually manage to hit him. But it doesn't matter because TLR are falling all over the place. Exxon going to be a counter frag, but everyone's down for TLR except for Rake and the medic, and they're trapped out here. Evil Moon actually with the Uber, he's going to have to pop to save himself and try and get to last, but he's got 50 health, and coming out of this Uber, Pla is just going to chase him down. They're going to stop him, and he surely must die. No, he manages to surf back to his team, and manages to... He's still alive, just defending last. But no, he gets shut down, and Tech killing everyone on point. Wow. I have no idea how he survived so long.
You gotta keep an eye on those spawn timers. Like, some medics will just kill themselves straight away when they think they're gonna die, but you can sometimes create these weird situations where people are chasing you into the waiting arms of your teammates. We're gonna go to another middle though. It's gonna be the 7th of this map with only 4 minutes left. Heist rolls up top this time and actually makes it onto the building. Exxon actually playing a lot less aggressive than he did on previous middles, waiting for his team to come in. There comes that double soldier bomb. Actually, T-Bank just walks forward as Tech goes forward and draws back pretty much all of the last resort team. There's a few players being isolated on middle here, but both roamers down for each side. Flippy catches a rocket there, and Calho might have just got his team back into it here. There's actually a continued battle going on between Kyler and Pla there as well. That's both scouts down for Evokate. Oh, there's the Uber coming in just in time for K3 as he was on 55 HP. He did pop off. Evilmoon doesn't even have it yet. And Exxon isn't going to suicide in here for the force. He's just going to play smart and use stickies to try and get the force out the good old-fashioned way. No bombing in here, no suicide. You can't lose your demo man in this situation.
Yeah, that was completely the opposite of the previous round, with Exxon not going aggressive at all. And I think he needs to sort of hit somewhere in between those two, and then he'll be fine. But the French, pretty much, they've brought out Flippy on Sniper again, so we'll see if he's going to be able to do anything. He does, he takes down Traxantic over on the flanks, and the Uber gets forced, Hiss on 68% health, jumping onto the point, finds his medic again, but because K3, you know, he did pop, and so that's pretty much a free Uber for them, and K3 is actually really far out. Flippy trying to get the shots onto the players who are on the point, but it's not going to be enough, and the French lose 4 and 5 as K3 gets cleaned up by an aggressive Kyler for fun. Flippy on last, trying to headshot the soldier who's jumping him. He surfs away, putting out lots of damage, but it's not going to be enough. And this is going to be a last point pretty much. There's only one up, and that's only going to be Exxon, and he can't do anything as that point gets capped, taking it to 4-3 with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left of this last round. This should be the last round. They surely can't get any more except from 1. So we'll see what's going to happen here. On this middle, Admiral, if you'd like to take it away.
Oh wow, just props to Kyler there, smashing that last push just straight in there and getting those frags. Flippy unable to hit headshot. Scouts generally better than snipers in those situations, but onto this middle. I'm watching Heist roll out from balcony. Exxon does the same, but look at the health on Exxon. Flashing red here on 69, dude. But Rick will get the first frag onto Techie, bombs in, but T-Max able to follow up with Flippy on that damage, and it looks like Evokate are going to pick up a flurry of frags. They have a one-man advantage as well, but it looks like they might get another frag here as well as the very low 50 HP. Oh, what? He managed to get a frag. Traxantic gets a frag there onto Pla. Almost gets the medic as well, spamming those long-range rockets. That was weird.
He's actually playing Shotgun Roamer, I've noticed. Of course, he is from the old school TF2... Oh, I say old school ETF2L. Sort of middle school ETF2L, where they did play without any unlocks. and I don't think he's played any of the recent seasons where they did have gunboats, so he's content to play with his shotgun, and well, it occasionally seems to work out for him. He is sat bottom of the scoreboard with the lowest points out of anyone, but I think that's just a little bit of rust coming out of him.
Well, if you can't get frags with those rockets, it's always handy to have the shotgun. Got that scout pick there. Maybe just slow down the aggression here of Evokate. There's a frag from T-Mac onto Calho. That is Roamer down. Evil Moon goes down though to Tech. Actually managing to find success with his roaming duties. This could be disastrous here for TLR, who are currently ahead with 1 round and 60 seconds to go. Looks like Evokate might have an opportunity to equalise it and send things to a golden cap.
50 seconds left, and there's 2 up. It's going to be Evil Moon and Rake, but they're going to be pushing in against K3 and 2 fully buffed scouts, so surely Pla and Flippy can do the job that is needed here. But Rake pulling on that heavy. The Soldier comes in from behind. Is he going to find Evil Moon? He is not. T-Mac gets cut down by those bullets coming out of Rake, and they need to push. They need to get aggressive. K3's on 75, so maybe they think they can wait for 10 seconds just to get that Uber, but there's only 30 seconds left in the match, and they need to go. If they want to bring this to golden cap, they need to go now.
T-Mac respawns. The Soldier, he wants to get back into this fight, but that push was a little bit of a gamble for that suicide. Didn't manage to make it happen, but he will spawn in time to get back into the fight. Exon's going to find Kyler with heavy. Oh, Rake does go down to Tech, but then in come those blue players from the flank. It's all up to T-Mac here. T-Mac,
he's going to
try and go huge. He's going to clear with 7. Oh, and the clock runs out as well. GGs are called, and that's going to be frustrating for the Frenchmen there. Now, what would have happened if T-Mac hadn't died immediately before his team were going to push? What would have happened if the French hadn't all ran onto the point and maybe questioned, where are those blue soldiers? As they killed the scout and heavy and then wondered why they were all dying from that death from above. That was a little bit, cringeworthy. Come on, French guys, shake off the rust, get back into it for the second map. It's going to be Gullywash. But before we go there, Ryushi, I'm going to ask you, who impressed you that map? Who was your man of the map here on Metalworks?
It's got to be Flippy, you know, even though they lost 4-3, I mean, it's got to be Flippy. Flippy doing so much work with that sniper rifle when he brought it out. But conversely, I mean, Kyler for Fun pretty much matched everything in terms of DM. Really, he was putting out so much. He was getting those frags, getting those kill streaks. So I think it's got to be the scouts on both teams. Bit of Flippy, bit of Kyler for Fun. Rake top scoring as well, getting those cap points that all scouts seem to need to live. Pla doing pretty well as well. So I think it's definitely got to be the scouts for this map.
Are you going to give man of the map to everybody? Good job,
no.
Team effort.
It's got to be K3 because you got a crossbow frag, and crossbow frags are my best frags.
I think I would probably go for... T-Mac actually played pretty well. I must check the logs out. But Kyler definitely had a couple of nice sprees. I know Rake always watches the VODs as well, so I'm going to give it to Rake. Well done, Rake. Congratulations. He came into a new roster here and he put out a good performance. You just saw the last resort take it 4-3 here on the first map. We'll be going to Process. Coming up.
Well, I don't know if John can actually bring any of the logs up at all, but looking at them right now, Heist was top damaging, and then T-Mac only 102 points of damage behind him, and Exxon a couple of, and again, only about 80 behind T-Mac, so the top 3 really, really close. Calho doing a lot of work as well. And Traxantic out damaging all the scouts, so he can't be too rusty, and he's getting out a lot of frags. Although I think he has the lowest, he has the lowest KAD. But both medics. K3 died once more than Evil Moon, but they popped out exactly the same amount of Ubers. Evil Moon only dropping 1, so I think very, very close actually. Score obviously says that it was very, very close, and I was actually watching that last point, and T-Mac got bounced up onto the little window, sort of onto last point, like right at the back of the point, and he jumped back down again. If he'd stayed up there, reloaded a rocket, and then fired off the 2 that he would have then have had in his clip, he would have killed both Heist and Traxantic, and he would have capped the point when T-Mac came in. But he didn't. He jumped back down again to try and cap the point and got killed. He might rewatch this demo and hate himself for that. He could have got the point, but he jumps back down off the window, and it's so close.
That's heartbreaking there for young T-Mac. Debo!
Tech.
Tech.
This was the original push before T-Mac came in.
No.
He
Oh,
could
yeah.
have had the point, and then he just didn't. It's just I was looking at that going, no, don't jump down. Oh, then he did, and then he died, and then they didn't cap, and then we didn't get to cast a golden cap, which is, you know, always fun. I like golden caps. I like golden things, to be honest.